And welcome back to the Winter WrestleMania Grand Slam Tournament 2025. Here we are on the first match of the Sunday. This is OtecYarika versus Ya, and I'm here along with Silvestre Cajez. Hello!
Hello there. Well, I'm actually really excited to see what kind of match is gonna be happening between these two players. I mean, they are consistent. I mean, there's a reason why they're both in Finals Week #1. I can't wait to see what these two players are gonna perform. How about you there, Focus Line?
I'm also really excited for this match, especially as I've seen like both players pull off really great scores all along the tournament. I'm really impatient to see what this match gonna be like.
Well, I'm actually also very interested to see how this one is going to go. I do have to say though, even though OtecYarika is a bit lower in terms of seeding compared to Ya, I'm not entirely sure if we can just say that there's a disadvantage. I mean, there's only 2 seeds difference here.
Indeed, 2 seats difference, though this match might be extremely close. The thing is that we know that OtecYarika is an excellent race player, but can also play LNs, and for you, it's exactly the opposite. He's a really good LN player, though he can also play Rice. So I think both players might have their picks, though they are not sure, so we might have breakpoints. And this might go even to a tiebreaker, maybe?
It could go into tiebreaker. I mean, I'm looking at the statistics right now. Seems like on the semifinals round, well, Era Ya is actually scoring better on the LNs. And what's a bit scary is that, like, Otec actually loses on some Rice picks as well. Like, we're talking, wait, I'm taking a look. Okay, Rice 3. That is not good because, and Rice 1 actually. So that's kind of concerning. So, that can only mean one thing. Maybe in terms of breakpoints, there's a potential lower chance for Otec to take breakpoints compared to like Era Ya taking breakpoints.
Though we need to consider the fact that here this is actually the finals pool, so pool is actually harder than the semifinals pool. So OtecYarika might be able to pull off some scores on the WOGST side here. So we're not sure just yet.
Fair enough. And now we have a pretty difficult chart here. And it's kind of telling that seems like OtecYarika has the better physicality. I mean, accuracy is pretty close, don't get me wrong, but consistency is going to be a big question here.
Absolutely, as we're into the first warm-up, which is it's going down now by Kimui actually.
Fair enough. I mean, we're looking at the accuracies though, it's starting to close in. And I guess this is where it really starts to give us a question. Area dropping on those mini jacks. Okay, so something tells me this is gonna be pretty close either way. Like, I mean, if this chart is already close, I am so excited to see what the other charts look like the actual map pool.
Absolutely, we might like stream over some maps because it might be extremely close. For now, this is only the warm-up, so there isn't any stakes here. Though I cannot wait to see what the actual maps would be like and how close they will be.
Well, we'll have to see first, because honestly speaking, this kind of chart is already something I'd expect to see on Finals Week 1, maybe Finals Week 2. So, if this is the kind of difference we're gonna be seeing, then I hope we're in for a treat here. I hope we're gonna be seeing a close match.
Absolutely. I hope too.
Yeah, just more and more of these repetitive patterns keep on coming. Like, the thing about this chart is, like what I said, repetitive pattern. It's just like, it just does not stop. It keeps on going, and it's very technical. These are the kinds of stuff that will make you very tired. Just like that, Ya dropping a big one there. That's a big example of what I mean. By repetitive patterns
Absolutely.
potentially giving you fatigue here.
Absolutely, as you start to get more drops towards the ending of the map, so might be some stamina issues there. So OtecYarika might wanna be picking a longer maps, just like Rise 8, for example.
Now, I wouldn't be so sure about that. I'm looking at the ratio, and it seems like OtecYarika has the advantage, but that's a big difference on the 200 count, so maybe Area could use that to their advantage.
Absolutely, though it is time for the second warm-up here. Niabo not .exe.
So now the second warm up here. I don't know what kind of chart this is, but it's pretty fast and will definitely has some signs of technicality all over it. So I'm actually really looking forward to see what kind of chart we'll be seeing here.
I mean, looking at the song and the BPM and the star rating, this might be a kind of dance jump stream map, I suppose.
It can
Maybe
be.
some broken streams.
And alright. I mean, it could be jump streams, but like this being 210 BPM, I kind of doubt it. I feel like if this was a jump stream, this would have been a bit faster. But we'll see. Okay, I think it looks like a hybrid chart, if anything. Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid chart, I think. But maybe it's a technical rise. It's probably a technical rise or a hybrid. But you are right so far that it looks like a jump stream chart. And what is going on with the client?
Bencho doing Bencho things
No,
as usual.
no, this is probably internet. Okay, if it's not, we'll have to. We have no choice but to just click that button. Of course. Right. Can we finally see them? All right, there we go. Oh, what's happening? Right, looks like
We don't see
you don't see area. Oh, well, there we go. Of course,
now we just need for the client to sync up both players.
that's so true. What is going on? I mean, thankfully this is just the warm up, so can we like at least see? Oh, okay. Looks like, yeah. I don't think the panic button is gonna fix anything. It's oh my goodness. Okay, so we can't really we can't really sync them right now. So the best that we have is just, to let Area play this part. Isn't that? I mean,
I think it is
oh,
that.
oh yeah. Sorry, we can't do anything about that. It's still warm up anyway. What's going on? And now, yeah, this is client. I have no idea. And Area just filled the chart.
and,
Wait,
and you actually phased the map, so I
wait,
think this is the ending of the warm-ups.
wait. Is this what happened? Can we like get the what do you call this again? Can we get like a validation from the referee? Like, I don't know what's happening. Let's take a look first at the error screen. Oh, okay. So they disconnected. All right. So no error happened. No error happened. I thought, okay, I was thinking that was the client on my end. Okay, I was getting worried. I was getting worried it was my
Me too.
client.
And fortunately, this is not your client, but just a disconnection. But it
Well,
is still quite sad because I don't think we're gonna be replaying the warm-up here.
I mean, it's just a warm up. Okay, thankfully it's just a warm up, so we're not gonna be too worried about this. Okay, I would be worried when it's the actual match, but thankfully it's just a warm up. So
Well,
so like we're looking at
let's
the
hope it
multiplayer link right
doesn't
now.
happen.
It was indeed a fail from Iraya. So yeah.
Well, let's hope nothing like this happens on the real maps here.
Alright, there we go. So 84 and 11. I mean, it's so obvious who won that.
Absolutely. Like OtecYarika did train in his roles here and getting that win on the roads. So we're gonna see protect and ban.
I'm sure Otec's gonna protect Rice 8 or Rice 7. I actually think Rice 8 is the best protect from OtecYarika just because of how long the previous chart was. Or not really not how long, more like how stamina inducing that was. Oh, instead it's gonna be Rice 1. Okay.
I mean,
Wait, before you say anything, can I just say, I am so sorry, but I almost called you Crossbell. Oops.
oh my god. Okay, fortunately you didn't actually say it, but the fact that you thought of it makes me I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm sorry, okay?
Anyways,
I'm so sorry,
no
okay?
problem, no problem.
Okay, so
It's offensive.
so the first ban from area is gonna be Rice 6. Actually valid. Actually very valid.
Absolutely, Coco being the more fast, track-oriented
And it's gonna be
map with
LN1.
some broken streams.
And now that LN1 was banned, I actually agree with this. Just because I think Otec's LN accuracy is slightly worse than area. So now, wait. Oh, okay. So it seems like, so I'm looking at here saying Rice 6 is the worst Rice pick ever. Right. Well, that's kind of a bad sign if that was indeed a fumble. So we're gonna be seeing Sky Shards. But hey, the good news is even if that fumble happened, this is, remember, it's still first to 7 points, best of, I think that's 13. So there's
13, yes.
there's a lot of picks to go from here. So nothing to worry too much. If such a fumble happened, it happens. Can't really
You can
do
always
that.
play in that.
Still happens, but now we can wait and see, okay? We can wait and see how these two players will perform.
Indeed, as we're waiting for the start command here by the referee to be able to start the map, and here we go.
There we go. Indeed, it is started, and there we go. Just to make sure that we have the points on the screen. It's first to 7, and now what I'm really worried about here is, like, I can already feel that this song is going to be difficult, probably in the technical aspect, but I can be wrong. It can be technical, it can be not, I have no idea. But now, what I'm really hoping to see is, let's see if this technicality is going to be a problem indeed, or whatever patterns are going to come. Because, in a way, I can see Iraya taking a point off this, just because of that 200 count. But, if this isn't hard enough for that case, then Otec is, on paper, having the advantage here.
Absolutely, as OtecYarika still holding up to that great accuracy, having it lead by about 2% here, and you're taking that drop really early in the map that's gonna favor OtecYarika in a lot of ways.
That will indeed favor OtecYarika, but I have no idea what's happening here. Wait a second. So there seems to be some connection problems, I think, with Iraya. I mean, yeah, that seems to be a connection problem indeed.
Absolutely, internet issues happened. Well, we do see Otec playing the map, and well, obviously, this is the lead you see right now is not the actual lead, and
yeah. So we'll be pressing the panic button just to ensure. Okay, there we go. So it's finally loaded. Now the biggest issue I have is, this is very technical, right? And okay, I was about to say, yeah, Eraya's consistency is gonna start to fall off a little bit, and that's kind of evident with how this chart has went so far. But Otec still very consistent. Just how long can Otec hold this throughout this entire match?
Absolutely, there's a lot of like miniatures and some shacks within them. I mean, OtecYarika does take the drop here, but the lead is already quite huge. This is not gonna change anything for the lead right now.
Yeah, nothing's gonna change. That miss was way too late, but yeah, and Area finding a miss at the end kind of solidifies it. So now we have a point here based off just those kinds of patterns, and Area didn't even have the accuracy advantage. So a part of me feels like this is gonna be a rough one on the rice department for Ya here, just from the accuracy alone. I mean, that's gonna be a bit concerning if you ask me. Like stuff like Rice, I think Rice 7 would not go well for Ya. I mean,
Absolutely, though Rise 7 is more straightforward. Maybe Yud can get his chance on more straightforward Rise bigs like Rise 1 or Rise 6, though I'm not sure, so I'm kinda worried too.
well, I know Rice 7 is straightforward, but the thing about straightforward picks like that, like, I know this is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Core Jack. Those kinds of picks, Rice players tend to perform worse on. Or at least not really Rice players, like, the worst Rice player tends to perform worse on those kinds of picks. By the way, this is 1-0 by the way. 1 second, I'm gonna fix that.
And while Alice does fix that, we're getting into N5, Emomomo.
Alright, got that fixed, and now it is indeed 1-0. Now we have to see what's going on, because this one has a lot of mini jacks, and we've seen Area miss on mini jacks like that. So like, something tells me this might not be the best first pick.
This might be close. I think this might be close. So we'll have to wait and see. The thing is that maybe you bet on the fact that he will have a better accuracy than Yarika here. Maybe the fact that there's also an coordination within maybe might make OtecYarika drop and combo break on those lands. I'm not sure. That might happen, so we'll have to wait and see.
Combo breaks are very common in trusts like this. Oh well, right on cue, okay? Here's the thing about Lemon Guide charts, like, they tend to make your hands feel very slippery, and you'll definitely have a lot of moments where you're just gonna be like, how did I miss that? And that's gonna keep on happening here, so you have to have a very high sense of stability, and that is not what these players are having.
Absolutely, though you're already having the lead, but quite a margin here. But OtecYarika getting those drops here, not gonna help them in their favor here.
Seems like they're able to keep a consistency. Never mind. Yeah, that is a massive lead for Ya. This part, I just know players will struggle on.
Absolutely, this kind of 3 columns in verse, these are very hard to coordinate. Like, if you drop on those LNs, you will get nasty chain drops and lose a lot of points and a lot of accuracy. Like, OtecYarika only having 97% of accuracy, this doesn't feel great for him.
I mean, even if Ya finds a drop in this break section, this is a massive lead that Ya was able to build up. And it's just gonna keep on coming. Yeah, like this part is slightly easier compared to the first half, but there's still a lot of mini jacks and short LNs you gotta keep an eye on. So like, it's gonna be crazy because this part is sort of like a cooldown now, and now both players are sort of stable, but we've seen a few misses from OtecYarika here, so it's gonna be very concerning.
Absolutely, as there's like 60,000 points of lead. So I don't think there's any time left to be able to catch up to this.
Yeah, and just like that, Ya is able to upscore by like 1%. I believe I saw Area chatting that they only had a 98%. That is actually better ratio from Otec, but 200 counts and actually way too many misses from OtecYarika gave Ya the point. Very, very good performance. And that was a very good way to respond from the first pick.
Absolutely. OtecYarika actually being able to ratio those elements, but the thing is that they didn't have the coordination to properly like release at the right time those elements and get like some nasty combo breaks here and there. So that makes drop their score by a lot and makes you get the point basically.
That was indeed the point from area. And now Otec, I think Otec will pick maybe. I think Rice 3 is the best pick to make right now. That's because technicality seems to be favoring Otec, and Rice 3 is a very fast chart. I think Rice 3 is a great choice. Okay, but instead they're going for Rice 2, which is valid. I think just go for all the Rice picks. That is the strategy that OtecYarika has to go for.
So I do wonder what the hybrid is gonna look like, because the thing is that as these two players pick their favorite skill sets, Rice and Elend, those pools will be exhausted at some point. So we have to see hybrid maps at some point in the match.
I don't think Ya is gonna risk the hybrids very early on. Like, for sure. I just know they're gonna save that for later, because it's best to pick Ellen picks early on, just because I feel like OtecYarika is going to get these Rice picks one by one. And Ya will have to pray for a miracle that they could steal one breakpoint. I don't know, that's just how I'm feeling right now.
Eat your brains and gain your knowledge.
Knowledge is
And here we go into the map here. So this is Rice 2. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this pick from Otec, but yeah, you see technicality and all that. I mean, it's a say chart. Say charts are very technical. I mean, Terminal 11 charts, I know. I forgot which one it was, but that was in MWC 2022. There was a say chart in technical. Yes,
Early
but
on, we do already see OtecYarika drop some accuracy and here and there, though this is only the beginning of the map, so anything can happen, though this is still quite worrying for Otec here. You might be able to do something here,
okay,
though
but
will they hold on to their full combo? Nothing is sure just yet, as Otec actually climbs up the accuracy, so maybe he can climb up that accuracy and
it's not safe
come
yet,
back
though.
to the lead here.
It's not safe at all. Even if that happens, it's starting to get closer. 99.67 to 76. It's getting closer than I thought. OtecYarika is now starting to have an opportunity, but Area refuses to let up. But as I say that, that's a 200.
No,
These rolling
the lead
patterns.
is still in favor for Ya, but the thing is that the accuracy are actually closing up, so is there
not
enough
safe.
time? Like,
It's
the
not
accuracy
safe.
are
There's
closing
definitely
up,
enough
and
time, but Yarika
and
drops!
as I say that, the thing is that Otec was able to climb back up the accuracy, but that miss will favor Ya here. And this is also about to end. We're getting towards the ending of here. I'm
Yeah, that's gonna
I'm
do
not sure
it.
that's what they.
That's gonna do
Yeah,
it.
that's gonna do it.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. The ratio was better for Otec, but the 7-200s, regardless, is way too much. That was way too much. Even
And
if
that
both
dropped
of them
the
full
deal
combo,
here.
even if both of them full combo, that would have still been Area's point. Wow, I am shocked. I mean, looking at the chat right now, there is no time to think about if the ratio was bad, if the ratio was good. All you gotta do is focus on the fact that you were able to take that point. It's the only thing that we gotta look into. That was one breakpoint from Area, actually an unexpected breakpoint. Very unexpected breakpoint. And now, what does Ya go for? I'd say LN3. Okay, LN4 works.
Well, the thing is that since both players are so, I mean, maybe one-sided on one skill set, I mean, like, this is not a huge mistake to pick another end map. Like, for Ya, any end map will work, and Otek, any Rice map will work.
Now, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Otek has shown signs that they can play Ellen. Like, I'm looking at the previous round. Right? Semifinals. And like, there are still glimpses of opportunities for Yarika to maybe steal a point or two on the LNs.
Like, this is the thing about this match. Like, both players do have their favor in respectively Rice and Ends, though this is not safe picks whatsoever. Like, your opponent can always breakpoint you, so you need to make sure that you pick your most comfortable picks to be able to get those points early on in the match, and you managing to take that breakpoint early on makes them have a really huge favor early on in this match, as it is now up to OtecYarika to be able to take maybe a breakpoint to climb back up to points lead here.
We still have to wait because Yarika is still within striking range. We've seen Era Ya drop on mini jacks, but luckily there isn't any pattern that overlaps the mini jack, so maybe Ya can focus on those. Though, yeah, Yarika dropping 200s on density, that just goes to show coordination really seems to be a problem. But Ya still intact. These trails not affecting the lead at all. In fact, it's actually growing ever so slightly for Ya, and just like that solidifies it.
Absolutely, as OtecYarika does get that warp here, so unless it is traded back by Ya, I don't think there's any chance here for Otek to be able to climb back up.
Oh, as you say that, Ya actually drops a little bit, but accuracy is a bit too strong. And I think just like that, Ya secures the one breakpoint advantage. That is actually massive. Being able to secure breakpoint advantages is actually a huge part of the match, because that can decide everything. 1 in 200 for area. A very, very clean performance. But both players' ratios weren't too far apart. But yeah, those 200s, that definitely gave Ya all the advantage they needed. 6,000 points of difference. That was more than enough. And now, what does OtecYarika go for? I mean, let's see. Rise 8 is still on the table, so I really think that's something that OtecYarika is gonna choose, by the way.
I mean, it is quite possible. The thing is that OtecYarika now does have a breakpoint late, so he needs ready to climb back up, and I think he might want to pick a really comfortable pick, just like Rise 7, the Power Jack pick.
So now they're going for Rise 7. I mean, this is the core jack pick. Valid choice, just because I think physicality kind of favors OtecYarika. But you have to remember first that, well, I did say a while ago that stuff like this might be bad for Era Ya. However, something tells me accuracy could be the difference maker here instead of consistency, because I know both players can be consistent. But if, let's say, Era Ya misses, which I think Era Ya has the higher chance of missing, that's gonna be very problematic.
Absolutely, as this is actually quite fast, 137 BPM. I mean, when I see a BPM like this, I'm not thinking, oh, this is a 5-digit settings. No, I'm thinking like, this is early MWC level or things like that. This is crazy that we see these kinds of pick in these kinds of tournaments now.
Well, maybe in the past, but nowadays, I don't think this is MWC level. However, right, here we go. So what makes this shot hard is there's a lot of anchors you gotta be careful about. And this is the kind of things that OtecYarika shines on a lot. So I'm not surprised, even with a really bit of a shabby start, Seems like Otek was able to grab their stability and push through. Araya is playing a game of catch up against Yarika, but this is definitely not telling of how this entire map will go. There's gonna be so much more of this chart, and I think that ending course will determine this entire match. Just because I know fatigue will already be a factor by then.
Absolutely. Even though the map is actually quite short, the thing is that this is a really fast core jack. You will need to be able to have the technicality and the coordination to be able to greatly hit those jets. And yeah, does not show that as they drop out, letting OtecYarika fly with their lead here.
Yeah, Otek is gonna continue having this lead. It's not gonna stop unless Yarika finds any semblance of drops. But the anchors seem to be too much for Araya, and it's gonna start to claw back even more, even further for Yarika just because of those accuracy drops from Araya. Crazy to think that in such a short amount of time, a massive lead has already been generated. Okay, there's still one more note at the final part. If someone dropped there, that would have been tragic. I mean, okay, 2 200s, 1 200 only for Yo, but that wouldn't have mattered. Even if, let's say, both of them full combo, this would have still been a comfortable win for Yarika here, just because of the ratio alone.
Absolutely, OtecYarika securing their point here. So now this is the real challenge here. Will they be able to take a breakpoint on Yo's pick?
So yeah, it's gonna be LN2, it seems like. Valid pick, actually. Wind Blows, I think, is a good pick for Araya here.
Quite a banger map here by the Chrysaorland.
Wait, what? This is my lovely end.
Wait, I don't... Is Lovelin Chrysaorland? I don't remember.
No, that's Serenade. That's Lovely Serenade. This is okay. That is okay. Just for the record, Chris Arlene is Lovely Serenade. Lovely N is daughter. Okay.
The thing is that Lovelin and Lovely Serenade looks the same, so I thought, okay, this. But no.
No, they're different. They're different. Okay. Oh my goodness. No, I'll remember that. I'm gonna remember that. I'm sorry. It's okay. I confused you for Crustbell. It happens.
Well, now we're gonna connect. We're even.
Okay, on a more serious note though, I can see why Yo would choose this compared to Yarika. This is a skill set that I think Yo actually has an advantage on. Like, Ellens that are pretty technical and long-lasting Ellen charts, I think, would really be good for Araya here.
No, don't tell me you actually thought Entalp and Kaito were the same person.
Yeah, I thought, okay, come on guys. I thought Kaito-kun was Antalf's alt account, okay? But now, so like you see these dumpy Ellens? Seems like Otek's actually having a chance here, but I think in the long run, this could flip. However, right now, oh, well, like that.
As you said, OtecYarika getting that drop, so this is quite a clean drop, and if it is traded back by Yo, I think this is gonna flicker all over again.
Yeah, no trades are happening yet. I mean, this is the break section. This would be the absolute worst place to find the drop on. Just because there's barely any sections that are difficult here. And that is actually the lowest chance for anyone finding a drop. Only 5,000 points of difference, so this will be very, very, how do I say this? Nerve-wracking, especially if you're looking at the leaderboard. But I hope these two players are not, because, yeah, this is a very high-pressure situation.
I mean, like when we play tournaments, don't even bother enabling the leaderboards. This is just gonna distract you.
No, please don't do this to us, client. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, bruh. Did I just say bro on stream? I am so sorry for that.
Though it looks like you're again having some internet issues there, maybe. The thing is that
It's so
is
sad
there
because this is
still
such a close
playing?
match too.
Well, I hope they're still playing and that we'll just get to see their score on the MP link.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay, there we go. Okay, Ya is still playing. We have a match. We still have a match, guys. So don't worry. Nothing has happened and Ya is still playing the chart. Okay, so now we just have to wait for our client to load. Please just load, please. And I actually think the accuracy advantage is still on very well onto Ya's side. So thankfully, I don't think a lead change is gonna happen. What?
Oh, but yes, guessing that
Come on!
drop.
Did I just curse Ya on that moment? Please don't tell me that. Okay, but OtecYarika trades it. Okay, don't trust this lead difference right now.
Oh my god, this is actually off sync. So don't trust that lead difference here.
Yeah, we cannot. Don't trust this and don't trust it here right now. Green gloves. We can only trust it. Wow. Okay. This client is doing crazy things right now, guys. So the best thing we can do is to just wait it out. Let us
Though
wait
yeah,
it.
again getting that drop, now I'm feeling like maybe this is not gonna be enough for you here.
Maybe not, but
And this
okay.
might-
The baseline is 976. It's okay. Ya still wins the point. So can we take a look at how this chart ended? I want to see how close it was. So let's see. Please give us enough time to take a look at the final score. Okay, 5,000
Okay.
points of difference. We're still able to see it. We're still able to see it. Don't worry. So the tournament count is very close, but the additional miss kind of gave it away.
And now we're gonna get to see Rice 1. The jump stream map. Oh my god, I was gonna say the cold stream map. Like I thought we were in 7K, what? But no, this is just a basic jump stream map.
Okay.
Wait, is you already playing on mobile internet? What?
Yeah, Ya is playing on 5G, guys.
And well, this is actually the jump stream map by me. No, I'm just kidding. This would be me if I was playing plus Bell.
Well. So true. Okay. Very true. Well, here's the thing though. I like how the artist's name is Sienna Sleep and somehow the name of the song is I Can't Sleep.
Well, you are one on what side? The title or the artist name?
I mean both of them, bruh. Alright, so I Can't Sleep. Alright, so that's quite the background. Like there's cars. There's so many cars here. I don't know what car brands this is, but I'm gonna guess they're a Nissan or Honda or whatever. But anyways, enough of that. Enough talking about car brands. Now, what I want to see is why was this the pick for Otek? It seems to be like your typical jump stream pick, I guess, just because of the BPM alone. And I actually think this could be pretty close.
I mean, the thing is that we've seen already on the core Jack map that OtecYarika did have a great upper advantage on ratio. This might be the case here, so this might be why they decide to pick this. And already early on, they already have a small advantage in the accuracy, but this is still very small. We have to wait and see, maybe we'll find some drops. We don't know.
Let's see. Well, I have a thing for these two players starting to get consistent, but I also have a thing for cursing people, so I hope I don't do that in this map. However, I have a feeling that's not gonna happen. Both players are still very consistent. You can actually, like, here's the thing. You can actually tell if a player is bound to miss at some point by looking at their unstable rate. So as you can see, they're both pretty stable right now. Of course, Otek is slightly more stable than Araya. But the moment these two players find some sort of like leaning towards early or leaning towards late, especially the latter one, that's where... Okay, come on. I was about to just make a point. But that's actually crazy, because that miss from Otek is in the break section, by the way. And that's one of the worst places to find a miss, because that will give Ya a chance to come back. And now they're able to look at the leaderboards. So now Ya actually knows that they're in an advantage. So that's kind of... I don't know how I'd feel if I see that.
I mean, this is huge. The thing is that... I mean, I don't know how it would be like if I were to be Ya. The thing is that I might be able to be like, yeah, it's good. And oh, that 50 on the side of Ya, that's a nasty accuracy drop. Though that's
much better.
Will that be enough?
That's still much better than a miss. If it was indeed a 50 though. Doesn't look like it was, because the accuracy drop wasn't too much. All Ya has to do now is to make sure the accuracy disadvantage is not too far off. But look at the unstable rate. Ya's a bit more, it's a bit more spread. A part of me is worried that a drop... Oh, well! Look what I was saying! That's what I was talking about!
Same. I told you not to bring your crystal ball with you. I told you.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, that drop kind of could have decided it, but we've seen... Oh, never mind! Never mind! Otek finds a drop!
Traded back.
That does not decide it then! It can go back to Ya, but Ya has to increase its accuracy fast! There is little time left!
But the thing is that this is a much less difficult part, and the thing is that Yarika did not climb up to the 400 combo cap yet, so the lead is only gonna grow for Ya here.
Well, now it is. They're both at the combo cap. It's extremely close. Ya has to increase its accuracy as fast as they can. Yarika, well, we've seen Yarika drop on earlier sections. This is the kind of part that I would think Yarika finally has an advantage on. But if Ya can catch up, that would be massive. But Yarika is holding on. I think Yarika takes this point.
I don't know.
Oh!
400 points.
428 points. Almost a V1 double S, but that 150 potentially decided the entire map. If that 50 didn't happen, Ya probably wins that.
Damn. That was actually very close here. Though the matter is that still, despite how close the map was, this is still OtecYarika's points. Though I think if I were to be Otek, I would be sweating right now. Like, oh my god, I almost lost that point.
That's crazy. 3-4. We're in a very close match. So now, what are we going to be seeing? I think Ya will choose LN3. Sorry, it is LN3. It is LN3. It is LN3.
It is entry, absolutely.
I was looking at all the available picks. It's LN3.
I mean, in the earlier rounds, like quarterfinals and semifinals, I used to always, or most of the times, take Rise 3 for Rise 4. Like, the player picks Rise 4, but I say the name of Rise 3.
of scared. It should have. I think LN3 is the best pick. Yeah, LN3 is indeed the best pick, in my opinion. Put your hands up in the air and dance to the beat. You know, this is such a classic. This is such a classic chart. I am so happy to see this in a tournament again. You know,
Absolutely.
6 years ago, this was finals on a national tournament. Funnily enough, Philippines Nationals 2019 had this on finals week 1. Which is crazy because nowadays players are way too good for this to be in finals week.
That is a really cat jams song here.
Alright, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I mean, this is just, that's the written all over it. So, I mean, it is OD8, so accuracy is gonna be a big challenge here too.
Absolutely, the OD is actually quite high for an LN chart like this. So the thing is that you might be having a great accuracy lead over Yarika, maybe an even bigger lead, and it looks like we already have just a bit of a lead, and never mind, this actually closes up, but this is only the introduction of the map. We're not in the meme yet, as Yarika does get 100 here. Here. I'm not sure about this map for Yarika.
Ya has a pretty sizable advantage, but this is still very early on. We've seen drops happen on both sides. So I have a feeling this could be close one way or another, but if this keeps up, you never know. Maybe an opportunity can come. So we gotta keep on going, gotta keep on analyzing how these two players will perform. It is 3-4 right now, and Ya has a 1 breakpoint advantage still. So once again, OtecYarika is still playing the game of catch up.
Absolutely, and still the accuracy does not move by any means. You're still in the lead by just about 3,000 points, and this is about a third of the map here, so this is not safe here yet for you as they find some drops here. So he's actually dropping a little bit, but not quite.
Oh,
And
well. Just like
that
that.
drop though.
Just like that, Ya does find the drop. Accuracy advantage is still on your side.
Though that drop happened just before the break, so this drop is actually cost a lot for you here.
I'm scared. I'm actually scared. This lead will surely switch over to Yarika. Just out of the consistency alone. But we're gonna see more of those patterns later on in this chart. So all Ya has to do is to try and outact Yarika and hope that Yarika finds a drop. Because there's opportunities, and that's a 200 on the break section. Probably one of the worst parts of the chart to make mistakes on. And now with the full LN part, I think Ya has an advantage on here.
It looks like actually OtecYarika is slightly more stable than Ya. It looks like they're both hitting late, and it is actually Ya finding that drop, so OtecYarika actually in the lead right now. Maybe able to take that breakpoint, maybe.
Wait, not
There's
yet.
only
Not yet. There's gonna be more dense sections. But Ya finding those drops as long as Yarika holds on. But if the moment Yarika finds a miss, it's gonna be a much worse lead change. But now here we go. This is the bulk of the chart. This is the biggest challenge here. Are we gonna be seeing a breakpoint from OtecYarika?
There is we're heading towards the ending of
wait a
the map,
second.
and
Oh, that's massive.
is there enough time though?
Yeah, wait a second. We need it has to be one more drop from Yarika if Ya wants to take this back, and Ya has to continue increasing accuracy, but never mind! That's gonna give it to
It is traded
Yarika.
back.
No, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. And now Yarika takes a break point. Massive break point from Yarika. That decided it. That gave it. It ties the match 4-4. 200 counts. Ya wins, but that ratio is clearly on Yarika's side.
Absolutely. And I mean, the thing with here is that he only has the 200 count, and the thing is that they literally have the same number of drops. I think this is mainly to where they find the drops here, because the thing is that OtecYarika out their combo for most of the map here and got their drops literally at the same time, while you got their drops spread it, so that means that those drops separately costed more points to you, meaning that OtecYarika will be able to take that breakpoint and climb back up to be able to make that an even match again.
I have no idea. So now there's only Rice. I'm trying to count here. Rice 3, Rice 4, and Rice 8. Okay, Rice 3. Yeah, this pick favors Yarika heavily in my opinion, just because of how fast and how technical this is. Yeah, I don't know. I think this pick heavily favors Yarika, just from the structure, just from how technical and how fast this goes. This pick might be favored heavily to Yarika, but Ya has shown flashes that they can do the same, so I wouldn't count Ya out of this chart.
Absolutely. This chart is actually very technical. Like, I mean, only look at the BPM. 315 BPM. I think this is gonna be a really technical chart with some 1/4 graces, maybe maybe some 1 second mini jacks, even maybe just some 1/3. I'm not sure. But still, quite a technical map here. So I think this can probably favor Yarika, though Yo is not out just yet.
Ooh, I'm scared. I'm actually scared because this song can go really fast. Okay, Badger's working. Thank goodness. It's working. So we'll get to see this chart. I hope to see this chart on full time because there's so many fast parts in this chart. And look, Yarika finding a 200 at the start. That is not good, but there's so many parts here that will really make you struggle.
Absolutely, like we already start to see some grace bursts and some mini jacks, though both players still holding on just yet. I think just a bit better accuracy, though this is only just the beginning of the map, so we'll have to wait and see if both players find drops or if they will be able to hold on to that accuracy.
Here we go. Well, the accuracy. Even if Yup found a miss, Yarika found more 200s. So it's a trade in some sorts. This part has a lot of mini jacks, a lot of speed patterns thrown all over it. It can make anyone really drop a lot. It's going fast. Yarika drops a 50. That's massive. Yup can take it back. See, again, like what I said, if you observe the unstable rate, you can find or guess if any players can find the drop. At this point, I think Yarika is actually a bit more stable, so Ya has a big chance. Stop missing! As I say that, that's what we're talking about. At the moment Ya gets unstable, misses can happen.
Absolutely, as there's only 1/3 of the map left, and there's already quite a huge lead for Yarika, so unless Yarika finds nasty drops, I think this might be it basically for it.
Well,
Yarika here and for
there's still a chance, because Yas actually has the accuracy advantage. But Yarika's so consistent! This part makes so many players drop! Oh, there we go, Yarika finds it, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. There were like 4 misses on Ya in this entire chart. Here we go. Who's gonna take it? I think Yarika... Oh, yeah, Yarika has it. And just like that, Yarika takes the lead. Back from area. That's crazy. Ya actually had the much more clean run. But Yarika had lesser misses. Actually, even if those misses happened, they were pretty timely if you ask me. Like, they weren't on very different parts of the chart. So Yarika was able to build up that combo, and that gave Yarika that victory.
Absolutely, and this is actually the first time in the match that Yarika is actually in the lead here. And on top of that, there's not any end shot in the pool left, so now you will have to rely on hybrid to be able to take points here.
Yeah, here we go. My goodness. I am scared. 5-4. And this pick, I don't know. I think this pick's a gamble. This pick is a heavy gamble. But at this point, you have no choice but to take those risks. Because it's either risks or you pick any rice, and picking rice is absolutely the worst choice to make here.
Absolutely, so only hybrid is the only option left for you here. Though, I mean, there is still both of the three hybrids left, and I don't know if I would have chosen that first. Maybe I would have went maybe for something like hybrid 3, considering there are some SVs here and there. Maybe he thinks that maybe he can have the lead on some of the SVs here. I'm not sure. Though this is not that short yet. We're into hybrid 1 now.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm really scared because there's only little Ellen parts here. Yeah, there are, but like, I don't know if it's gonna make a big of an impact. And with those mini jacks that are present, oh, as I say that area finding a drop, that's bad. That's really bad because there are so many parts of this chart that are gonna be more difficult.
Absolutely. And this is absolutely a nasty drop for you here. He actually dropped a lot of accuracy with that miss. And that is only not just gonna make Yarika grow their lead further in their favor.
Indeed. And Yarika, but okay, to be fair to Yarika, Yarika has found moments where they miss on break sections. However, this Korjak part favors Yarika so slightly. This is the part that I think Ya could take something out of it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna be approaching this section. A lot of bursts, a lot of mini jacks. Now this part can change it. Oh, but Ya finds a drop. That's not good. Yarika's gonna increase this lead just off of these streams.
Absolutely, Yarika being much more comfortable on these rise patterns, those mini jacks, those grays, those streams, and there's them much better than Ya here, making the lead only grow in their favor. And there's only 1/3 of the map left, so unless there is drops from Yarika, I'm scared for Ya here.
I'm scared too. 80,000 in a few seconds is not exactly something that you'd want to try and catch up to. And Yarika's still holding on to that full combo. And I don't think it's gonna change. I actually think Ya has a slight accuracy. Maybe, okay, let's take a look. If you were to look at the 200 count and ratio, I actually think Ya might have a slight advantage on that. But those misses defined it. Yarika with 988k, that's actually really solid. Ratio goes to Ya, but 200 counts, Yarika would have still won that. That is actually a very good score from Yarika there. 988k is a very good score.
Absolutely, this is quite a score from Yarika there. If we do see anything closer to that, or even better than that in the other match, I would still be impressed. Like, I mean, we might see that because the thing is that there's still some other match coming up after this one. Though, yes, we can't remove the fact that this is still a great score from Yarika there.
I mean, yes, your score was good too. Oh, it's gonna be Rice 8! Yeah, oh, okay. I think this pick heavily favors Yarika.
Absolutely. And picking this map just while you're on match point is crazy. Like, I think he wants to make you suffer even more for maybe the last pick if it actually goes to OtecYarika.
I don't know. I'm starting to doubt a little bit. I don't know, like, the reason why I think Yarika has an advantage is because of how long it is and how technical it is. I think this is this is one of Yarika's best. Wait, no, it's a sight read. Both of them are sight reading.
I mean, the thing is that maybe the fact that they are both sight reading will make the lead difference even bigger. The thing is that maybe Yarika will be able to sight read the map correctly. Because the thing is that even if you sight read, if you're good enough in technical patterns, you will still be able to read through them and not find drops. While for you, this will maybe a different story.
I'm nervous. I am so nervous. Maybe we can see. Maybe there's still a chance.
Well, we have to wait and see as the map begins. This is Vibrant by none other than Evening. This is the kind of boss pick of this map pool, so I'm scared.
I'm scared too. But there's so many opportunities still. It's not over just yet. We've seen Ya take a breakpoint on Rice. So I wouldn't really call this a done deal just yet.
Absolutely. The thing with this map is that this is a very, very young map. And you know what they say, when a map is longer, they tend to have bigger differences because we tend to see more of the Rice patterns, which means that the player in favor in Rice might have bigger leads usually, though nothing is sure yet, as this is actually quite close, as Yarika does find the drop here. Kigyo having just a bit of a lead, but will they be able to hold on of that combo until the ending of the map? I'm not sure.
It's the combo. I'm scared because this is only the first part. Even if Yarika found the drop, there's still so much of the chart left. But Ya really has to lock in, really has to make sure they can hold on. Because this could be this is literally their last opportunity to catch up. But that's a 200 from Ya, that's a 2 of them actually. Luckily no misses, so this is still gonna go to Ya's side.
Thing is that even if Ya does not find any drops here, if OtecYarika does not find drops either, they might be able to climb back up just by the accuracy, so nothing is sure yet. Maybe Ya will be able to find that combo. Oh, never mind. Maybe Ya will be able to keep that combo while Yarika does find drops, but nothing is sure yet. Like, actually, both players are actually very, very consistent throughout the map. Like, there's only one drop for Yarika so far.
Indeed, but the accuracy, it's so close. These two players, okay, Yarika finds 200, but no misses. Mini jacks have not caused Ya to miss, but 200 counts instead. We've seen Otek drop a few of them. Now we're just approaching the halfway moment of this chart in the break section. Still not over. There's so many opportunities. 3,000 points for Era Ya. If you want to see a tiebreaker, you know who to cheer on. But if you want to see Yarika get this right off the bat, you know as well what to do. We see both players getting 200s on the break section. That is going to be scary. I can tell the nerves are starting to be high.
Absolutely, as Yarika does find another drop, while you're still holding on to their full combo, and never mind though, this is just traded back, so I think the lead still might favor Ya, but for how much time?
Trades favor the one who has the lead. And Ya has the lead, but that's a 200. Both players trading 200s. They are starting to really find those drops, but the consistency is now on Yarika's side. That mini jack on the right column gave the drop, but it's so close still.
Absolutely, as no Yarika does get the lead, though only just by a small margin. So, I mean, the thing is that the longer the maps gets, the longer you will find stamina issues, and I'm scared by the outcome of this map.
I am scared too, but 4,000 points is not impossible. We've seen Yarika drop at the first half, but these patterning, it favors Yarika more than ever actually. But those LNs actually kind of maybe give it to Ya, but okay. There's still time. There's still a minute or something. Minute and 30 seconds, I think. With all those anchors, it's not affecting this lead. Even with the repetitive anchors and bursts and all that, they're both still extremely consistent. No one is dropping so far.
Absolutely, and we're heading towards the ending of the map here. There are still quite some time and some difficult parts of the map. The thing is that the difficult parts of the map actually favor Yarika, as Ya does find even more drops here.
That was so unfortunate. Maybe that seals the deal. This repetitive patterns, we've seen Yarika be so consistent on that just from the warm-up alone. And Ya is trying so hard to keep track, but I don't think it's happening. Unless some massive drop happens from Yarika.
The thing is that we need a massive drop, because the thing is that there's less and less times we're heading towards the ending of the map. There's like 10,000 points of lead, and on the map this long, this is actually huge. There's Mrs. Traded here, though the thing is that, as you said just before, Traded misses favor the one in the lead, and the one which was in the lead right now was Yarika, which wins this match.
Wow.
And, oh my god.
Great
What a crazy match.
Great performance for both players. They both deserve to advance to the next round of finals week 1. It's just so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that only one can be the winner, and that is going to be OtecYarika. 7-4. That was extremely close. So many of these picks. I mean, okay, the start had pretty one-sided maps for Rice and one-sided maps for LN. But over time, it started getting closer.
Oh, just a panic button right there, and
that's crazy.
And indeed, OtecYarika taking it here, taking it home. And
Yarika with an amazing performance, but Ya performed so good as well. Honestly, I am so impressed to see how they both performed. So happy to see such a high level of gameplay. And now,
absolutely,
the matchup is going to be, I believe, He's versus OtecYarika, which I think will be at 13 UTC. Someone can correct me, but let's focus on the next match at hand. Yeah, it is at 13 UTC, which is gonna be Chicken Gold versus Beanlie. This is the winner's bracket match.
Absolutely.
A winner's bracket match I think no one would want to miss. Man, what a crazy match, don't you agree?
Absolutely, what a crazy match. I enjoyed so much commentating this match, and
I did
absolutely,
too.
the next match is actually going to be Chicken Gold versus Beanlie, and it is actually only in 20 minutes, so tune in there. We will just do a short break and we'll catch you up there.
Indeed, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pokatuan, for commentating with me. It's always a joy to be able to commentate with you. Thank you so much, Pilot, as well, for the refereeing. And as well, thank you to all the viewers who stayed here for such an amazing match. We can't wait to see all of you 21 minutes from now. See you right then for Chicken Gold versus Beanlie.